don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got her, and yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Bucs on Thursday night.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
In Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now he's going to, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked. There he goes, left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
White's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 78 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run? Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Eagles at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And, partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Cousins now. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On play action, Cousins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. But now it's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good last. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Keely Ringo getting home from his spot in the secondary. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. This is taken at the 18. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now Cousins. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
10 more yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
It's second and inches.
Cousins again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Zach Charbonnet and his teammates back to the field for another drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And some room to work. A beautiful fake. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Quick slant here to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd down, Swift. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
5 yards on the play. And it's
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 73. But first down, Hurts. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hurts throws complete to Goddard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw again. Short throw to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught. This is White. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Charbonnet. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing. Cousins. He's got White here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Going Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A first down throw for Cousins. Gets the check down throw to White. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Davis in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 39.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And Charbonnet once again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On the move to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
So not just a blowout win for them today.